What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy JR here, JR Tech 3, back with another video. And as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about this Galaxy Z Fold 3, man. I'm just gonna do a quick review, just list out a few of my pros and my cons, and we're just gonna chop it up a little bit, man. And so if this is your first time at the channel and you have a Galaxy Z Fold 3 or you're thinking about getting one, hit that thumbs up button, drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts on it and everything, and let's just go on and get into it, man. Galaxy Z Fold 3, which we have right here. This is a beautiful phone. Yes, we know it is a beautiful phone. There are certain things that you know, I guess could be considered, some people would consider this basic, some would consider it elegant as well, you know, and I'm talking about the camera module right here. Overall, well, let me just say first, I have the official Samsung silicone case on it here. Let me see if I can get that focused a little bit. Yeah, just a regular silicone case, man. I do have the Aramid case, the carbon fiber looking case. I have that coming. That'll be here, man, I don't know, probably a week and a half from now or something like that. But either way, man, that's on the way, so I'm gonna give y'all a review of that when it comes. But I gotta say, like, this basic silicone case right here, it doesn't provide a whole lot of protection. It's enough around the edges, definitely not on the hinge, but it's grippy. And that's like the main thing that I need. You know, if I'm holding this phone or if I pick it up in a certain funny angle, I need to be able to hold that, you know, I need to be able to hold it. So that's what I like about this case, and that's why I'm rocking with it. I do have a Spigen Slim Armor Pro case, but I ain't gonna lie, man, that case just makes the phone extra bulky. I mean, it's massive, the best protection that you can have. So if that's what you're really fixated on with this phone, that's perfectly fine, which is completely understandable given the price of the phone. But it's just bulky, man. It's so huge. It's just so bulky. That's what she said. So anyway, I mean, let's just get into it, man. Let's go on and get into it. So we got the Galaxy Z Fold 3 right here. So as you can see, this is how my wallpaper is looking right now. I had some people kind of ask me about the rain paper wallpaper in the background. I don't know if y'all can see that because of the light and everything, but basically, let me see. See, you got like little raindrops in the back there. Yeah, that's kind of dope. But yeah, it's an app you can download, you know what I mean, and you can have it look like that. Okay, so just getting into the pros. Well, now I'm gonna go and start with my cons first. Unfolded like this, it is a small tablet. But when you fold this sucker up, you may as well say that it's two phones, close to two phones. Now, I got my iPhone right here. You can kind of just basically tell off of the, you know, the size of the iPhone, which is slightly bigger as well too. But it's almost the size of two phones put together when they're folded together. And disclaimer, you know, with my cons and stuff, this is almost kind of nitpicky on some things. So don't bash me on, you know, everything like that. I mean, it's just some things that I kind of noticed. So yes, the phone is kind of bulky, and when you put it in your pocket, you know, it's kind of got a little bulge to it. It's just so many that's what she said moments. What's really concerning me about it is just how bulky it is. I don't really like how bulky it is. Let's take another thing here now, the display. When we get into the display, yes, the display is definitely a pro, but I'll say when it comes to the display, and let's say when you're looking at, let's take Netflix for instance, the aspect ratio that you are looking at it in is almost relative to, you know, a regular size phone. So let me see, I'm gonna open this up right here. All right, so let's take this video right here for instance. It's got, so if you can kind of look at it right here, you can kind of see, I mean, it's yes, it is bigger than, you know, an average phone or something like that, but at the same time, it's not that much bigger. So you got a lot of space, you know what I mean, around the edges around here. Now you can zoom in, but then you're gonna crop off a whole lot of, you know, a lot of stuff, a lot of the video and everything. So you're gonna have these black bars up here. And I mean, so I don't really care for that too much, because it's like, man, you got 7.6-inch display. You can't really use all of it because of the aspect ratio of the videos and things like that, which is not really, like I said, not really a big thing. It's just something that you kind of just notice. As far as the case options are concerned, there are more cases coming out for this phone, because this is the Z series is a flagship line of phones for Samsung, and they're really pushing the foldable devices. So as time goes on, more cases will start to surface and everything. But when it comes to the cases, there's a very short selection of, fairly small selection of cases that you can choose from as far as versatility is concerned. The main thing being is that this is the only part right here that you'll really, as far as design wise, that you'll really have or see. This up here ain't nothing, you know, that's nothing. Like if I took this little piece off right here right now, that's all it is. I mean, you can't really do a whole lot with that as far as, you know, the case is concerned. You know, having something different and whatnot. You know, like I said, it's still new. Everything is still kind of coming out and still kind of fresh. So, you know, we ain't gonna bash them too much on that. And the next thing is something that a lot of people probably have been talking about because they may or may not bring back the Note series, is the S Pen compatibility, and as far as it not being housed in the phone. So this is the 3rd generation of the Z Fold, and they probably will end up internalizing that the S Pen, depending on how good the Z Fold does, and if they don't bring back the Note series, which I personally feel like on the next series of Z Folds they're gonna end up internalizing that pen, because it's just, this right here has so much potential, man. I mean, once they start really understanding the tech in here, I can easily see just sliding it right, just its own slot, just thinning out a couple of the bezels, you know what I'm saying, like right around here and on here, and then just having it internalized right there. And that way, even when you unfold it, you'll still have the S Pen right here if you want, and it won't interrupt the display. I don't know, I'm not about to get into the tech stuff with y'all like that, but it'll be nice just to be able to press that thing and it just slide out right there from the middle. I was thinking about some type of magnetizing thing, but have that with, you know, like on iPads, even the Tab, you know, S7. Just feel like it internalized, you know, it would be a whole lot better. I thought that it wouldn't bother me as much, but it kind of does. And that's how narrow this front screen is, man. This screen right here is so narrow. I mean, I wanted to like it. I wanted to say that it wouldn't bother me that much, but honestly, it really kind of does. And yes, typing is a problem. But don't get me wrong, I don't really type a whole lot on this screen. To be honest with you, I get more accuracy when I swipe. If you have big fingers, bigger than mine or whatever, then you might do better with swiping and just selecting the word that you're trying to put down, you know, because this screen right here, I mean, and then it's small, and then not only that, the way that certain apps and things look up here, it's just kind of funky looking almost. So let's see, we could take it like to Best Buy app or something like that. And I mean, you know, you can kind of scroll through and you can kind of see things, you can kind of swipe and all, but it still kind of looks kind of off, like it's cut off, you know. It's like I just need like a couple more centimeters. All right, now let's get into the pros of this thing. And the main pro, first and foremost, is the fact that it is a foldable device. And you have a 7.6-inch display on the inside. So yes, the screen is narrow in the front. Fingerprint scanner works absolutely amazing. That's a little small bullet point right there. Yeah, the screen is a little narrow on the front. I mean, you can still do stuff with it. You know, look at this Samsung Free. This is dope right here. Yeah, so you can still do stuff with it, of course, but the main event is always the opening, the unfolding experience, and it's just bam, just hit you in the face like that. You see that, man? That is great. That is amazing right there to me. All right, so aside from just the fold, you know, you have this 120 hertz on both displays. I mean, that's great in itself right there. If you're gaming on this thing, you're gonna have a blast. You're gonna have a blast than just with a regular phone. And that leads me to my next point, which is the processor that's in here. This Snapdragon 888 is crazy. It keeps up like no other. I mean, obviously, because it's, what was the previous version, 865? Yeah, of course it's faster, obviously. I mean, if you're coming from a device that's got an 865, you ain't really gonna feel the difference too much, to be honest with you, but you can sense or feel just a little bit. And I guess it's also because this is a, you know, a newer, I don't know, it's just, we ain't used to this like this, you know, the whole folding device type thing. So when you see it and when you you know, you feel it, you don't really expect the power out of it, because you expect problems because it's still a fairly new device. But the processing speed on this thing is crazy. So I'm extremely happy about that. One big thing that I will say that people have been bashing on is, of course, this under display camera right here with the 4 megapixel camera. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't really think it's all that bad. Yes, it's 4 megapixels. I mean, we're used to what, 10, 12, 100, 108. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of megapixels. I guess when I think of the fact that this is the first in the US anyway, you know, like one of the first under the display cameras, like from the titans of the phone, you know, of phone makers that's out. Like, I know you have other carriers that, I mean, other, you know, devices that have under display cameras that are further along, but you know, I mean, you're gonna sacrifice like Google Play Store and different stuff like that. But anyway, it's not really as bad as people think, as people make it out to be. So I'll be honest, I really don't even use it. I know I'm sitting here saying like it ain't that bad, but then I don't use it. No, I do. Every now and then I do click it. You know what I mean? I check it out, and I'm looking at it right now, and I see that it is like a lot of software type. Let me just snap. Hold on. Let me wipe the lens off real quick, and I'm just gonna snap a picture. You know what I'm saying? And just take a look. You see the PS5 in the back. Yeah. So the software definitely fixes a lot of the shortcomings of the hardware itself. And that's not a problem, man. I mean, that's okay. Like I said, this is still new, it's still fresh. When you buy this phone, you're not buying it for the quality of the camera under the display. When you buy this phone, you're paying for the fact that you can fold it, the fact that there's even an under display like that you can barely see it. I mean, if you're looking for it, yeah, you'll find it, but you're paying for the new technology of having an under display camera. It's a whole lot I can say about this phone that I like, man, to be honest with you. No, it doesn't have the greatest camera modules and everything like the S21 Ultra or even the Note for that matter, which I'll be talking about the Note 20 in another video. But I can say that overall, man, I feel like the Fold 3 is definitely, if you're looking at breaking into the Fold community, the Z Fold community, or Flip community, I think that this generation is a generation to do it in. I think that you'll definitely enjoy the tech. You'll have a good time with it. You'll definitely be turning some heads. I mean, now, okay, the elephant in the room, the price, yes. $1,800 is not cheap. It's the most expensive phone out right now, but you're gonna have a blast with it. And people gonna see you, and then honestly, you probably gonna have some people hate on you because they gonna see the phone and be like, what is that? And then the next thing they gonna ask you is, how much did it cost? And then you gonna tell them how much it costs, and be like, hell no. You know, it's gonna be all kind of stuff they're gonna say about you. But I mean, it is what it is, because they don't have it. They may want it, or some people just ain't into tech like that. This is not for the average type user. You know what I'm saying? This is a powerhouse of a phone. It's new, it's innovative. This is something right here for the person that's really, you know, into the new, innovative, creative type stuff, man. So it has its market, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta respect that. You gotta respect Samsung for reaching out and trying stuff like that, because then you have people, let's say like Apple, and like we're gonna be getting into this in the next couple weeks, that, you know, and I'm not bashing Apple, I'm not bashing Samsung. Apple, they play the game smart when it comes to putting out tech in their devices, because they gotta make sure that it's definitely ready before they put it out. But you gotta give it up to Samsung for just really risking it all, man, putting it all out there. Even though the tech may not be ready yet, they put it all out there for everyone to see, and each year it gets better. Each year it gets better. We cannot say that it does not get better. It does. Like I said, man, if you like the Z Fold, man, go ahead on and grab you one, or wait. It doesn't matter. I mean, because it's not going anywhere. It's obviously not going anywhere. But I'm just here to help give you some advice, to try to help you to understand, try to weigh out the pros and the cons. Let me know what some of your cons are, or some of your pros are when it comes to the phone. Now, I do have to say this though. One of my cons was definitely no expandable memory. That was a huge thing for me, man. No expandable memory, because I've always had phones that have had expandable memory aside from my iPhone. And Samsung was one of the ones, especially with the Note, man. It's like I just always knew. I had it ready in my mind, like, yes, at least I know I'm gonna have expandable memory, so there's no need to spend the extra few $100 on the biggest internal storage that they offer. Let me just go and grab this 128 or this 256, and then I can expand it up to a terabyte or whatever. Not the case anymore if you're jumping into Z Fold family, man. But I mean, it's okay because they have other options out there. They have cloud services, plenty that you can choose from, and I can get into that another video. If the external memory is holding you back, there are plenty of options out there, reliable options out there that are viable options for you to move or look into if you really want the phone but don't want to really sacrifice the whole micro SD card thing, you know, and everything. So I'll holler at y'all about that later, man. But anyway, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment below, let me know what you think, man. This is JR, man, JR Tech 3. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Till next time, man. Peace.